Hello, ma'am. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. So today we have Module 4, Present Continuous Tense. So I guess, why don't you tell me, what do you know about the present continuous tense? When do we use the present continuous tense, or what do we use it to express?
Um, Present continuous tense is MR plus ing,
Correct. That's the structure. Good.
and you talk about present is a noun and continues to like like future, like right now and like going on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the emphasis is on the right now. So that's really what it's used for. The future isn't really so important, but it is continuous and it is happening right now. So that's the primary use of this here. Um, Here are some example sentences. You already said, is MR and the ing. Another word for the ing is the present participle. So that's just a fancy grammar term for the ing verb. I guess maybe I should write it. So verb ing. Present participle means the same thing. Can you read these three examples, and then we can see an example of a positive sentence, a question, and a negative sentence.
okay, you are watching TV. Are you watching TV? You are not watching TV.
Good. So notice the difference between the statement and the question. How does the word order change?
Is subject come before um, verb to be, the first sentence, and the second sentence, like the verb to be come before subject.
Yeah, that's right. Excellent. And then how do we make a negative sentence using present continuous?
We just add not
Mm-hmm.
uh, to verb to be.
Yeah, that's right. Great. And then again, we've talked about this in other lessons before too. Remember that native speakers, especially American native speakers, will almost always use the contraction for these forms. So what is, do you know the contraction for are not?
Aren't.
Perfect. Yeah, that was pronounced very clearly. Good. Moving on, remember the following rule regarding the verb to be when you're using the present continuous tense. So here we have I am, he, she, it is, you, we, they are. Why don't you read these four examples right here?
Okay, I am studying right now. He is studying right now. She is studying right now. We are studying right now.
Yeah, great. Okay, moving right along. Now, let's discuss when this tense is used. So, as we talked about, this is used for something that's happening right now at this very moment. So, sometimes people get confused when they see the phrase or the word present tense. They think, oh, present tense, that means happening right now at present. But that's not really true. The present tense would be for the simple present tense would be for things that are happening usually or always or all the time. So it's present continuous tense that is used for something that's really happening right this second, right now. So for example, for me, right now, I am teaching, or right now you are studying. Um, so these are things that we're doing sort of right now, and they're taking place right now. So we can also use the present continuous tense to talk about longer lasting actions that are in progress. So this is an interesting sort of second use of the present continuous. So in other words, now in English doesn't always mean this very second. It could mean like in general that's taking place over time. So let's see how this works. Can you read, I guess, why don't you read just these first four examples here?
Okay, I am studying to become a doctor. I am not studying to become a dentist. I am reading a classic book called Robinson. What does that say?
Crusoe.
Crusoe.
Hmm.
I am not reading any books right now.
Good. So the main idea here is that if you are studying to become a doctor, this doesn't mean that you're studying right this second when you're saying the sentence. You know, this would be, for example, if her friend hasn't seen me for a long time and says, "Hey, Micah, good to see you. What have you been doing recently?" I said, "Well, I'm studying to become a doctor." So that doesn't mean that I'm doing it right this very second, but this is something that I am working on. So that's sort of a different use of the present continuous. Next, we sometimes use the present continuous to show that something will or will not happen in the very near future. So this is a little bit confusing. You know, we had a lesson the other day about the simple future tense, and so you might think that this would be in conflict here, but let's look at how this works. So why don't you read these four example sentences?
I am meeting some friends after work. I am not going to the party tonight. Is he visiting his parents next weekend? Isn't he coming with us tonight?
Yeah, so these are things that, again, usually are happening in the near future. So I wouldn't say, oh, next year I am studying to become a doctor. That would seem a little bit strange. So that would be something for the future tense. But if it's happening shortly, so maybe, after this class, I am, I'm going to call my friends. I guess going to would be the future tense. But maybe after this class, I'm eating some cake. So that's again another use where it's not exactly the same as something that's happening right now.
For the first sentence, it's the same thing as I am going to see my friends after work. It's the same meaning as like I am meeting some friends after work.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So really, you could use the future tense there too, and it would be the same meaning. So if somebody says, "Hey, Micah, what are you doing after work today?" I might say, "Wow, I'm meeting some friends after work. It's going to be great." Or, and you use the correct form of the future tense. If we have a future plan, we would use "I'm going to," and you did that naturally. So I'm going to meet some friends after work is also correct.